It's showtime. What's up, historians? Welcome back to another great episode of Historically Haunted VODCAST, Season 5, Episode 35. Flying right the fuck along here. What started out as just a little hobby has turned into almost a side gig between sponsorship and getting paid, talking to movie stars, actors, athletes, musicians. It's a great fucking gig. I'm blessed. Look at the shit behind me. People send me gifts. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What's up, Charles? Just seeing you in the bottom there. Sorry I couldn't chat to you real quick. I'll get to you in a minute. Have some grapes in the back room or something. Have some wine. What's up, Christine Marie? Checking in already. What's going on, girl? Official photographer for the Warren Con, for the Paracon. You're fucking all over the place. So thank you guys for checking in. My latest intro that I have ready here was sent to me from Mike McGlynn. He is in the film The Slasher Nurse. He's in the film Bloody Summer Camp. A bunch of the stuff, which is the sponsor of the show, I should say, is David Kerr, who is the director, actor, and producer for Slasher 15 Productions LLC, who's a big sponsor, sent me some of his movies signed, all that good shit. Well, Mike was on my show a couple weeks ago. He's one of the leading actors and all that stuff. And he sent me this intro. Check it out. Charles, you need to do an intro for me. No, son of a bitch.
Producer for Slasher 15 Productions.
All right.
Hi, I'm Michael McGlynn, actor, producer for Slasher 15 Productions, and you are watching the Historically Haunted VODCAST with your host, the spooky, the creepy, the cuddler, Adam, the historian ghost hunter.
Fucking guy. That was dope. And I don't pay for this shit. People just send it to me because they're fucking awesome. So I need one from you, Charles. Thomas gave me one. So we're going to bring you on. Oh, Jim Brown checking in. Tombstone Paranormal from Stowe, Maine, Southern Maine, right by Stephen King's new residence. Not new residence, but he lives in that southern part. So appreciate you checking in, guys. We're going to get off to the roll. So real quick, before we also bring on my guests, if you guys remember, I talk about this a lot. I got up my wall of fame, my signed picture of when I was asked to be a speaker for the first time ever at Salem State University at the Salem Con. We're talking about the Connecticut Con that's coming up next month, and unfortunately I can't make it, car issues, but I did get to go. And Charles Rosenet, one of my guests, of course, with Thomas, had me go there. I give him a big Beatles thing because he's also a DJ musician. We're going to talk about it. Charles, Thomas ain't here yet. We're going to bring you on in 3 seconds, brother. You're good under pressure. Here we go. 2, 1, Charles Rosenet.
I love that he had the Crypt Master next to him. That's that's my.
I told him about your convention. He's interested in next year, man. He'd be a cheap guy to get. I'm thinking if you want, man, he'd love to come to New England. We'll talk later about that. But my brother, my friend, how are you? First and foremost, Charles. Long time.
Great. How could I not be great? I got the most amazing convention coming up in 2 weeks. I'm just bummed that you're not going to be there, but I understand. And hey, you know what? We're promoting it anyway.
You know what I love about you? Your energy. You're always positive. I mean, shit happens, you get it, but you shake it off. And that's what I dig about you, man. Everything from your musical background to your horror movie background to your knowledge on just everything, man. It's a pleasure to know you. You still get that Beatles thing I gave you?
Of course. It's in my garage. It's
oh, cool.
I know it means a lot to me and your mom. That was really special.
Oh, Christy Marie's checking in. She's going to be there taking photos. What? She says hello to Charles.
She's the best. Congratulations on her daughter's graduation.
So I'm going to ask you, man, what the fuck keeps you going for a guy that does everything from DJing to conventions to speaking to tours to the Salem, to the haunted trolley? I mean, where did you find your mojo, brother? Just share it.
I love everything I do. I'm just like you, that's the key. We love what we do, and everything we do, we want to make it so that whoever attends or whoever we're representing or whatever, that they love it as much. That's what it's all about. It's the joy it brings. I hate when there's drama. Oh my God, I hate that because, I just try to exude such positivity and happy. And I got to tell you, and you probably haven't seen it yet, but Life of Chuck is one of the best Stephen King adaptations.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it that good? Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's not, it's not the horror stuff, but some of his, if you think about Stand By Me and you think about Shawshank, some of his best stuff has been non-horror, but it's directed by Mike Flanagan, who's one of my other heroes.
Right,
so
that's right.
The two of them put together something special. And when I think of Stephen King, I get a piece of memorabilia or a rare book or something. I'm putting it aside. I'm thinking either it's yours as a gift someday, or when we do our Stephen King event or some kind of promotion. That's always in the back of my mind. I think it's something
I get some reaches here and some movie shit. We've talked about it. I don't want to say too much because people watch and people are thieves, but we get some works possibly for next year and whatever. But besides all that, let's talk about the big one. The first ever paranormal convention of any type in Connecticut history was run, I believe, and founded, by you, correct?
Yes,
that's in about 2 weeks, a week.
So this is the 5th annual. It's in 2 weeks. What's amazing is, Thomas is my partner, and together the Shaman and the Showman try to give people the greatest experience. So we've taken it, and spread it and a little more special. Every year it was great paranormal guests, great vendors. Well, this year it's that too, except we've doubled the guests. Instead of 18, 19, it's over 30, 35 guests. And then we thought, we have to have someone really, really special. Every year we have one amazing guest. Well, we've got 2. We got, of course, John Zaffis, the godfather of the paranormal, the nephew of the Warrens. Yeah, I'm leading up to it. And
I'm sorry, I fucking want to go so bad.
Eddie, say it with me. Eddie.
He better come out of your cabinet. He better be living in your cabinet at your house, Charles.
Eddie Munster is
Eddie Munster, baby.
Butch Patrick has been a friend of mine for a long time, and just never thought I'd have the opportunity to bring him to a convention. I thought, you know what? Yeah, he's not paranormal, but who wouldn't want to meet him? Who wouldn't want to get his autograph? Right? It's part of. Someone used the word adjacent. And it's a really good word because my favorite adjacent is the one from Friday the 13th. But the other adjacent is things horror, paranormal, the monsters.
Hard rock and roll.
And true crime, which is what our buddy Thomas has brought into this. So what's new about this show? We got a special legacy celebratory celebrity guest in Butch Patrick, Eddie Munster. We got the true crimes aspect, which, is of interest to a lot of people. And we have a live band, the Painted Owls from Houston, Texas. I'm hoping they're going to make the track. And we're going to have live music outside, with the food trucks. So it's really, for $19.99, people they're going to have the best show of the year. It's going to be so amazing.
Real quick, riddle me this. Where can people go to get tickets and information? You want to plug that?
Yeah, it should be in next to my name. The best place to go is the website. Yeah, www.CT. No, that ain't even right. It's not CT. How do I correct that? It's www.
That's all right. I can fix it after.
PARACONN.
You know what's funny? As soon as you mention serial killers and true crime, look who's late to the party.
Oh,
Technical
man.
difficulties, please stand by.
He's never late. I'm the one who's late. Look at his face is all red.
I know. I'm like, is he standing me up? No, it's cool.
No,
shit happens, man.
It's been one of those days. So
PARACONN.
Yep.
And because it's Connecticut, it's 2 N's. PARACONN.org. Late, but here. Yeah, the best.
Danny Perez, Little Radicals.
Look
now
at
it's officially a threesome.
Look at what I got for Danny. A horror comic book for the Radicals called Radical. I've been holding this for him. Hope I remember to bring it. We covered everything, Tom.
All right. See you later. Good night.
Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a tip in the tip jar.
Yeah. Oh, this is a whole different look now.
It's literally 9 minutes in.
You cleaned up the place, Adam.
We're 9 minutes in. You're good. But we're barely even started. We didn't miss much, but me. Charles came in about a minute ago. I had to go on a free ball, and then I saw him. So
yeah. So you're wearing no underwear?
Yes, tease your butt.
You're free balling? You're wearing no underwear or something? Or
you never know when it's live. All I need is a t-shirt. You guys don't fucking know what I'm doing.
I'm still on my undershirt. I didn't have time to change. So
I love it.
I'm dressed up for you guys. I got a zombie shirt.
Oh,
I got
Charles, I wanted to mention real quick that I of course Diego the podcast Let's Find Out was one of my clients, and he had that show with you, and you guys rapped about the Beatles the whole time, and I loved it, man. You're all enthusiastic. Not to get off track, but I want to talk about embrace everything, and I thought that was a great episode, man. You really know your shit. My mom, but she'd be proud. You did
he always does a great job. You know, we all can learn, you know, from his you and him. You know, just there's such two different energies, but two different great jobs doing podcasts. We love you so much.
Well, like I was saying before, Thomas, before you came on, is that my biggest thing ever is thanks to you guys. My first and only time speaking at a convention. I'm being on a poster and Salem State University. You guys give me an opportunity, and I'll never forget that. And I got
that was historic because that was Kreskin's last live appearance.
Oh, the magician, the
mentalist. Yeah, that was the last show he'd ever done, and you know he gave us an amazing performance.
Right, he passed recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Holy we lost.
Shit. You guys had a smile ear to ear. Everybody, Danny, everybody. Oh, bless them. See, that's what I like too. Real quick, Charles, is that you guys get these notable figures in life that most people don't think they get because they're not now stars. You know, they're forever stars, man. Like fucking dude.
Legacy's the word.
Yeah.
Eddie Munster, get out of here. The original. He's the only one left from the whole cast.
Maybe Cousin Marilyn might be. Pat Priest might be still alive. I can Google that.
And I think Thomas owns Spot. I think that, right?
But he's the main man. Yeah, he's the greatest. We just posted a graphic.
The smiling lady right there, Betsy.
Oh, saying hi, everybody. Tom, I appreciate you guys checking in all the way from Colorado. Yes, Connecticut. You guys have any questions for these three stooges? Let us know. Yeah, Thomas, I know you're late to the party. I want to catch up with you real quick. How are things with you? You getting pumped up for this event in 2 weeks?
Yeah. There's so much going on. Charles is just in Bridgeport today, just going store to store, putting posters up and
old school. Yes.
Yeah. You know, that's what it takes. We got a lot of stuff coming.
So. Yeah. Whatever it takes. We want people to come and have the greatest time. And the more people that hear about it, the more, you know, the more chance they have of coming. And then just every possible way to promote. Radio, newspapers, social media, doing the street team thing like we used to, you know.
Yeah,
that's it. So
what's the other thing, Charles? Might be some TV going on there too, or I don't know.
Yeah, you know, we got a TV appearance in one of the major stations.
Yeah,
so bringing my partner on with me to talk about all the fun stuff. Yeah.
People see all this shit with all these well-known people and these haunted dolls and these big famous things. They seem to forget it started with you guys in Connecticut. And a lot of these people were at your event before they even had their own. I'm not going to name drop, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just, all about it.
They're our friends. They're our friends. It's all good. We're all, we're all in the same.
Well, Jimmy's going to be there. Pitanino.
Yeah, he does everything. We're all in the same. We all want success for everyone. We want everyone to succeed. We want everyone to have a good show. The more there is of quality events and the more people have fun. You know, I think I've told this before, but maybe not to you. When I used to run a haunted house called Fright Haven, it was the kick-ass. It was Connecticut's largest indoor haunted attraction. And when I started, all the haunted houses hated they were bitter. They would go online. That place sucks. You have to come to our place. And I tried everything I could to put an end to that competitive. You can compete by raising the bar, by making yourself better, by having better scares, by having better props, better scenic, better all this, that. I'll tell you what I did. I made a poster that said, if you had a great time at this haunt, come to the next haunt. And I swapped posters with my competitors so that when someone's walking out, they didn't lose any money because someone already attended there. If they had a good time, come to Fright Haven. At the end of my haunt, it said, if you had a good time, come to their haunt. And I'd bring flyers to theirs, and they'd bring flyers to mine. Because if someone has a great time at one, man, he wants to come to another. And you know, it's the way to do it.
I love it. That's why there is a shaman and a showman. That's why you guys do your thing. That's why you guys are with Drew now, all that shit, man. You do these conventions. You're not trying to compete. You're trying to have fun and spread joy. If people don't like it, fucking whatever, man. I don't know. It's pretty fun. Salem was a blast. Connecticut's going to be a blast. Everything that you guys do, the Psychic Fair Fest, the Haunted Trolley. I mean, I see it and share it as much as I can.
You do. And we are going back to Salem. We do have a November date, and it's going to be really heartfelt because it's the last time we'll be at Salem State University South Campus because they're tearing it down. So this is like this is a farewell to the show being there. Maybe we'll find another place, maybe not, but yeah, this will be the end of an era for Salem Paracon. Yeah. So we got to get.
It is sad, but I think the real reason why they're tearing it down is because of that stinky toilet.
Oh my God, that bathroom's wretched. Thomas, sorry, that's a good plug.
I know you got to go past to the classrooms to find find the toilets, guys, are spotless.
Yeah.
In Waterbury, where we're doing our Paracon July 12th and 13th, there's air conditioning. It's large. It's clean. We got food trucks outside, with music outside, inside, like a ridiculous amount of quality, phenomenal vendors, psychics, authors, and then our special guests. They're all going to have tables. People can go over and meet them. People can talk to them.
Yeah. Painted owl, or was it? Yeah.
Painted owls.
Yeah.
From Houston, Painted owls.
They have a hit song on the. They have a hit song on the radio. What was it called? Grim. I think I put it in on the little.
Yeah, it's on our.
Charles, are you going to DJ at all?
No, we're too busy.
I don't know if you're doing your own thing, though.
No, I bring my sound system so that we have good quality audio. So yeah, definitely I'll have my sound system there. So in between guests, we usually play music by, I don't know, what's his face? Sean Austin. We'll play some of his stuff. We'll play appropriate music in between sets, but in between the guest speakers. But there's not a lot of time. We got a guest speaker on half hour, take a short break, another guest speaker half hour. We're fitting in more guest speakers this year on Saturday and Sunday than we've ever had. And I think we're forgetting some because we've packed them in. Some of the ones that I'm taking all your talking away, Thomas. I'm sorry. I'm really hyper. Spent 9 hours on the road. But we're packing in some guests who would normally have their own, half-hour segments, and we're combining them as panels just to get everyone stage time.
Well, and what's funny, you say with downtime, the vendors are going to be hit fucking hard. Heather and I made some good money. Well, I didn't sell anything, but Heather made some money selling her bracelets and shit at Salem. A lot of people, like you said, it's all between horror, arts and crafts, beads, jewels, stickers, you name it. You guys sell coffee mugs. I mean, it's a good time for anyone. I think it's almost like you can just walk around and meet people. What a good vibe. Danny's going to be there with the hearse, right?
Great vibe. Danny and Lauren will be there with their awesome giant radical sign, the best merch, their own books now. I mean, we give them the end cap spot. We love them. Yeah. There's one of them right there.
Angular.
And he sent me the book side of Stephen. The kid goes to Stephen King's house, of course. You think of King's. Which reminds me, real quick, guys. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. It is in the works. Hopefully by next year, Historically Haunted and the Paracon crew come to Maine and we do some sort of Stephen King thing at a filming site. It's in the works. Fuck anybody else is going to try it because I talk to people, they don't. We're going to get it done. Dude, this is from the guy that was Henry Bowers that was on my show. He was in the original It that stabbed his father. He sent me this from England, dude. Henry Bowers, dude. He signed it. And then he sent me this, Charles.
Oh, my God.
Kill you too, motherfucker. So now I said, you guys you love your old school horror, you love your King. Charles, before we get to some fun shit, I want to ask some for people that are watching for the first time, what's your favorite King book and or movie?
Oh wow, it'll take you by surprise. So I lived in Japan for 6 months, right?
No shit.
And when I was there, I was managing a band, and I took a suitcase of nothing but Stephen King hardcovers. That was one whole suitcase because I knew if I'm home and I don't have television that I could understand because it's Japanese, I'm gonna go out of my mind. I'm thinking, when else in my life am I going to finish The Stand? When am I going to finish it? Right? You're not going to believe me.
4 months to finish it. What is it? 3,200 pages or something stupid?
So the one that was my all-time favorite, and no one ever says it, Dead Zone.
I've never heard that. I asked every guest. I've never heard Dead Zone mentioned.
All-time favorite because there's that one shocking, and it just like where it changes paragraphs and it changes the whole story.
That's pandemic type, like COVID, or no? Is it the dome? Under the Dome.
Under the Dome. Oh yeah, I love Under the Dome. Totally different.
What's Dead Zone about? I don't think I've read that.
Psychic abilities, the guy. You come on. You had to have seen the movie.
Well, I get the movie, but I don't have read the book. How close is it to the movie? Is it?
Actually, I love the book more, but it's very close. The movie doesn't blow me away. The book blew me away. And I don't know if it would now. I mean, I think it might have been a transitional book because I try to read them in order. You know what I mean? And so many other books, So
Heather, put org at the end.
It's .org.
Get the fuck out of here. Thomas is psychic a little bit, Charles. I'm sorry, he is. He is the shaman for a reason.
No doubt. Well,
Charles will tell you some stories about how I've messed with him a few times. So
can I tell that one story when I was going?
Yeah. Great. I want to hear it now.
I'm doing a DJ gig. You're familiar with Fairfield Hills Asylum? It's one of the most well-known crazy areas in Connecticut where and it's a new town where they did experiments on the patients, and what's it called when the brains what is that? Shock therapy, all the worst things they could do, because patients, they just threw them in, and if they were if they had slight something or other, they experimented on them. This was the worst of everything. So this place is uber haunted.
Lobotomies, everything. Yeah.
Lobotomies. That's the word.
You your head open while you're still alive, and they pick up your brain and shit while you're still alive.
Yeah, which is why you're wearing a hat. I know that. But anyway.
Which is why Thomas likes serial. Look at Thomas smiling. This is why this event is about serial killers. Yeah. And if Thomas is
I'm in Newtown, guys. I'm in Newtown, right on the campus of where all these institutions were. I'm about 5 minutes away from DJing a senior center there. I'm doing a senior center. And Tom calls me on the phone. And I'm standing in front of this place called New Asylum, and it's a brewery. And I'm standing in front of it, and he calls, and I pick up the phone. He goes, "Hey, Charles, how come we don't do an event at New Asylum?" Oh,
oh, dude, you're so larger than life, Charles. That legit happened, Thomas, at that time.
Yep.
At that time,
I had this overwhelming feeling to call Charles and ask him.
I clicked the phone,
and he verified it for me. He's standing there. I said, "Okay, now I know."
Look where I am.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here! You can't make that shit up. That's really wild.
I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Unfortunately, we had done an event with them years prior with my other partner, and they said they didn't really want it back anymore. Oh well, but it's still worth it for the story.
Yeah.
You got a certified shaman. I mean, I've heard him do some shit. I get to meet Thomas in person at the Mohegan Sun. First thing he did is bought me a drink off the elevator. So yeah, appreciate you, Thomas, man. You're the real deal.
Well, that's a big thing coming up. With the PARACON, we got all kinds of people there, but there's going to be 11 members of Wardruna, and it's now referred to as the Wardruna Experience, where basically we're helping people no matter what their religious background, even if they don't believe in religion, they're just spiritual, whatever, anybody encompasses. We've been working on this. My partner Stacia has had this for a while, and we've been trying to make this process over the last 20 years, putting it together. It works. We have a lot of people that we've run through the process. So we've been, testing it out. The Facebook page is going to go up. Once it goes up, we want everybody to share it.
I got to share the fuck out of that.
It's the real thing. I know a lot of people out there.
Samai's part of it. That's my other client, Samai Golden Pyramid.
Exactly. A lot of people have been trying it, but the thing is we have major people on this that we're going through. We even have to the point where we have the Cleveland Medical Clinic that's backing us, the VA hospitals. So we're backing PTSD with soldiers, working them through the process. And if something's going on at a home, we do that also, whether it's something paranormal or something psychological. And we pass them on to people, practitioners that do shamanic healing or EMDR to work through traumas and all that. And the thing is people are going to be able to come to PARACON and see that wall of energy along with being able to meet Butch Patrick, being able to meet, John Zaffis, the godfather of the
It's
paranormal.
all like Charles said earlier, it's in the umbrella. Horror, paranormal, rock and roll. It's kind of underneath the you know what I mean? Yeah.
True crime,
Aliens,
metaphysical, anything you could think of. There's something for everybody. Even if you're not a paranormal person, everybody loves Eddie Munster. Take your opportunity to come and meet him.
You at least know the name.
Yeah, but there are some people in the metaphysical that aren't really into the paranormal for some reason, but you got those people there too to help you. And hey, come see one of the great band out of Texas. Where else are you going to be able to see that? So we got a little of everything.
That's what I mean. You got a little something for everyone. You got crafters, you got vendors, you got rock and rollers.
Yeah. Thomas, what does the word Wardruna mean? What's the heritage of that?
That goes way back. It's the whisperer of secrets. So it's the thing is it goes way back. It's almost like a Scandinavian type of word, but the thing is with that, again, Wardruna is HIPAA protected. This stuff is really backed up. This is the real thing. I know there's a lot of other people out there that are starting to lean this way, but we've mastered our process, and we've been working with people, and it works. When they go to medical doctors and nothing works, we've been able to make it work. So we have holistic healers. We have medical doctors that do holistic that are going to be coming on, but it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we've been working our butts off to make sure we have coverage in every state. So this isn't just, hey, here, and there. We're working on getting more people on board. So that's been the process right now, because we want to make sure we have teams that we could train to go in and check out a paranormal issue or what we have to hop in on. So it's a lot of work. And, Charles and I, he has his other things he does. I have my things. And then we come together and bring that energy from all of our stuff to all of our Paracons, make sure they're world-class for people to enjoy the times that we have.
Come together.
I was just going to fucking say that over me. I was just going to. You see what I mean, though?
Don't make me get my guitar now.
Yeah, we're talking spiritual. Then we're going to like music. It's kind of like, I love that. I love what you do, man. I tell you,
music is spiritual.
You put on good shit, Charles. You put on good stuff.
Yeah, music is spiritual. You could hear a song.
That's God's number one angel was Lucifer, who was the angel of music. And look what happened. I mean, so it's mixed, right? Yep. I mean, I'm not lying. If I can read the Bible, it's true.
Well, you think about it, there's the time travel theory that I've given out that's part of the healing process. You could hear a song from your childhood. Let's say you're having a bad day and that song pops up on the radio and you think back of that great memory you had. All of a sudden your bad day goes away. Music is healing. It depends on how we look at it. So,
maybe bring a tear to your eye. Maybe even just make you go, oh shit, my mom or my sister. Or
say my life isn't that bad. I remember this time. I says I'm going places. I feel better.
I love that.
So it is.
Well, I was going to say, you met the fucking WarrenCon. Charles is over there fucking DJing. We're all getting drunk in the tent over there hanging out with Annabelle, and this fucking Charles by Annabelle spinning records. And Weekend Sun.
I was at the VIP party for the Warrens convention. I forgot that. I was the DJ. We had fun that night.
I saw you there, remember? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That was a crazy night because Charles is running late. I'm waiting for him to come in to keep the garage open. He had just saw off. Well, he just saw off all his people to the Dracula tours that he does every year near the end into Halloween. Because I think in Halloween they usually stay at the castle that inspired Dracula.
The whole thing is a week-long tour, which you know about, Adam. Also, thank you for mentioning that. We do Dracula tour every year. It's the ultimate trip to Transylvania, Romania. And we
Vlad's fucking castle, man. Vlad the Impaler.
All the castles, everything related to Vlad Tepes, and we follow in the footsteps of Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. If anyone wants is interested in that, they can visit www.dractours.com, DRACTOURS.com. But I had gotten back from
I
JF.
gotta share this shit more. I gotta get more on that shit. But you do everything haunted, fucking trolley, psychic fair fest, fucking. I can't keep up with you guys.
I know. I can't keep up with us either, right?
I can't either.
But I love
called Charles
it.
up. Hey, what am I supposed to do this Saturday morning? I forgot. So,
Well, that's what I'm supposed to be for. You gotta tell me so I can write this shit down. I'm your fucking agent.
I don't even know half the time.
You're doing a major radio station, WTIC in Hartford. You're doing the Steve Parker Show, and he's going to give you a segment to talk everything about our Paracon.
Yep.
Yeah.
You legit are doing something this Saturday. You see that?
Yeah.
And I don't
Saturday
even-
morning. Before he goes to work, I got him doing an interview.
Yeah.
So I
Yep,
can
early enough in the morning and then not have to take time off. So, yeah.
Hence
And
the
then-
showman. See that now?
Exactly.
The name fits.
And then we're doing it's a major TV station. We got a segment to promote the convention. So it's non-stop. If anyone is listening who's one of our vendors, guys, if we have 10 people or 10,000 people, we've put in this work like never before.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone comes. And if you're part of this, please share and share and share
It
it.
was a great time. Everybody's good
2 weeks
people.
away. We're 2 weeks away.
They're not bullshitters. They wouldn't be doing so many projects if they were. These guys aren't out to get your money and just bullshit you. It's everything's decently priced. It's fair treatment. What's it start around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. and it goes to about 5 p.m., 6 p.m. with VIP and shit after, right?
It starts at 11 a.m. for VIPs. The vendors is early. Vendor setup is earlier. Noon for general admission. Goes to 6 p.m. this year, not 5.
Okay.
And then if you got a few bucks extra to spend and you want a very special event, we're doing something called a haunting in Waterbury, and it's hosted by the Shaman and the Showman, the two of us, with John Zaffis as the main investigator on it, and some other surprise investigators.
Oh, I could tell them who the surprise people are.
Yeah, please.
Here first?
Us.
Is this
I
first?
think I might have mentioned it, but no.
Oh,
John, yeah, there's one of them right there.
One of them.
Stacia Wills will be one of the shaman helping
you
us out.
playing the shit, Thomas. Are you really kidding
He
me?
picks up on me all the time.
Timing on that.
Yeah. Now the other person, there's going to be John, myself, of course, Charles. All right, bring the groups around, but John will be paired off with one of the shaman, and they'll kind of rotate around. The other shaman will be Letriana Brown.
Wow.
Okay, Connecticut. Yeah, she does her own thing. Runs a
She was on the show
Resurrected.
Repossessed.
Repossessed, rather. Yes,
Yeah,
repossessed.
she's a world-renowned expert on haunted items
Wow.
and how to help bind them and all that, and help people with their issues with them. And of course, her being there along with John Zaffis, of course, the Radicals. We have 3 groups of probably the best people in the world
in
with
this
haunted
field.
objects, all going to be at Paracon.
In the
Yeah.
paranormal field, now, real quick, then, just to get back to it, because we didn't really establish this, and I want to make sure it's true. That means they'll be set up as vendors, though, correct? Latrina
Yeah.
and all them.
Yeah.
Why don't it just be a night thing, and that you don't see them during the day, Johnny? But they'll actually be set up during the day, Johnny, and then you can go
Yeah.
talk.
They'll
Okay.
all be set up right during the day, and at night this is an actual investigation. It's the after convention
It's separate.
event, the
But
VIP
there'll be a
event.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, we go. As you probably know, we go for dinner first.
Yeah.
Then we do the at dinner we'll do an orientation. We'll establish intent, and then we'll show people how to use some of the toys, the ghost hunting equipment, and then we'll go to do the investigation. But Butch Patrick is coming along for the dinner.
Oh, stop. You get to break bread with Butch, bro?
You can break bread and maybe booze it up a little with Butch. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking wild. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. Not to
It's
put
part-
people on pedestals, but this is a part of your childhood. I grew up on the Munsters and the Addams Family and shit like that. And
Yeah.
seeing him come out of the cupboards and shit, man, and seeing him chase Marilyn around,
Yeah.
that's part of life and history. That's pretty wild, man. That's a good catch. You had some, oh yeah, man. Yeah. I just look at the one from the chick at your, we're here in Salem.
It's the best.
Yeah.
The best.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yeah.
Remember she was at Salem, remember?
Oh yeah, Tara Buckman.
Garrett
The
Buckman,
Buck-
I met her at Salem. She signed that for me with that. She gave me a hug and everything, man. I watched that chick in the Gone in 60s, or what the fuck? The race movie, Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run. Yeah.
She's one of the 2 Cannonball babes. Her and Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. You know your shit.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Anyway, so that's the nighttime event, and it's very exclusive. I mean, we're not putting it out there in our advertisements. We're just getting the word out so we can get 20, 30 people. They could come and have the experience of their lives.
It's a couple bucks extra, but it's a memory for
that's
life.
The experience of a lifetime. I'm going to tell you. That's the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're going to get to investigate with John Zaffis, eat dinner with Butch Patrick, and of course you get to hang out with Charles and I.
Yeah, and also too, if you don't know, Zaffis is Ed and Lorraine Warren's nephew, bro. That's Chris McKinnell's cousin. He's the real deal. It's not. He's one of the biggest haunted collectors in museum history.
Yeah, that was his TV show, The Haunted Collector, that was on for quite a while.
That's a pull. That's a pull, man. No movies per se, but that's a name. I want to say that and a privilege. It's very respected in the field.
Yeah, no doubt. It's 100% legit. Warren's nephew, TV, The Haunted Collector, and we call him the Godfather Paranormal. He's a buddy of ours, and he's going to be there to make sure everyone has
his home state. The Connecticut Paracon. Connecticut's oldest Paracon.
Yeah, but I really got to say, John is probably the most respected person in the paranormal.
Pretty much
still around, and he'll help anybody. He doesn't. He's very down to earth, and he's passionate, and we really are appreciative that he's coming to help us out. So yeah.
Charles, I like switching gears a lot because I got ADHD, so bear with me, and I like to get to know my guests, which I know you anyway. But I want to know again, in case I've asked you, what's your favorite movie monster of all time? Is it Dracula? Is it Frankie? Is it what? Bride of Frankie? What you got? Mummy? Come on.
Wow.
Creature's in the Black Lagoon, I bet. My buddy loved Creature. He's got his mask. Oh, my God.
That's like someone asking me, who's my favorite kid? Who's my favorite
supermodel?
Who's my favorite Beatle, man?
Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, well, give me. Okay, bear with me. What's your first? What really turned you on? Did you watch The Thing? Was it?
Oh no, the very first one was Bride of Frankenstein. So I guess Frankie is my top. Just like even though Spider-Man flew ahead and all these great Deadpool, Superman's still my go-to. I think Frankenstein is still my go-to if I have to be, if I have to be honest and respectful to my original root. We're gonna go with Frankenstein. Let's look at him for a second.
Oh, look at he's got the Wolfman next to him too. I know my shit, but this Frank.
The Wolfman. The Wolfman. We'll have the Wolfman coming to Paracon again. Butch Patrick. He was
woof. Yeah,
that's right. And you got Charles in back you there, aka Hannibal Lecter. So that's good.
That's my guy.
Thomas with his mask on. Thomas, who's your favorite serial killer? Crazy motherfucker. Who's your favorite? That's not H.H. Holmes. I know that.
No. My favorite one that I studied the most probably was Dahmer. So,
was he was in Connecticut, was he?
No, Jeffrey Dahmer was Milwaukee. He was the cannibal.
Yes. Okay. What's your favorite Connecticut killer besides Charles Rosenet? That look.
Probably
that was awesome.
Probably Ross. He was the last person to be put to death with the death penalty in Connecticut, and he actually his family owned an egg farm in Connecticut, and guess who used to go to that egg farm and used to take tours with him?
You?
No.
No. Who?
Danny Perez.
Oh my! Of course, Danny.
Yeah.
One of the most interesting humans I've ever met. Love you, Danny. I do.
And he might be talking about that at Paracon because I told him
shit.
All their haunted objects that have to do with true crime. And all that, there it is. All the objects that have to do with true crime. Talking about
you fucking guys. You guys, I don't even need my drink. I don't need my weed. You guys just make me fucked up. I love it. Danny, you got to admit you're some of the funnest, cool cats that knowledgeable at shit most people would find weird. You got to admit we're weird, right? But whatever, Charles. Charles, what do you do in your downtime, brother? Do you have downtime?
There's no such thing.
What? Do you go take a nap? Do you make a sandwich?
All right. Honestly, it's a great question. I play softball for 3 hours once a week. I play basketball for 2 hours 3 times a week. And if I have downtime, if I have downtime, I'm with my kids. We're watching horror movies. We're seeing, we're going to the theater or watching stuff on the screen or on TV. There's no such thing as downtime. I'm not sitting back and going, oh, I'm bored. I have nothing to do. I mean, the second we hang up now, I'm working. Work is love, and I love everything I do. And
I see you kind of texting while you're talking.
Yeah.
I'm writing to Tom. Tom,
I
you look so
that. No, I
Tom, you look so handsome tonight.
Oh, thanks, buddy. You don't look so good.
I'm sending him messages.
Yeah.
I tell you, man. I mean, Thomas has always spoke the world of you, but when I met you in person and we hugged and I gave you the Beatles thing and you gave me time and you treated me and my girlfriend like we're rock stars, I got to admit, dude, I would go to fucking bat. I would kick the devil in his balls for either of you guys. You guys have always been cool to me.
Thank you.
So we got about 25 minutes to go. I want you guys to play host for me. You want to ask me or Thomas a question, Charles?
I do.
Thanks,
when did you guys first see? Now you have this whole network, Adam, of people you rep, all these podcasts, all your historic stuff. Tom's been in the business for not the business, but in the fields for 4 decades. How did you guys connect? How did that first happen?
Very organically.
Tell me.
I think we had some mutual friends and some little, talk amongst the community and all that. And Adam got me on his show. And we talked online, but then I was on Adam's show like a few years ago. And we just instantly connected and just kept in touch with each other. We call each other a bit. And, I'm always there. Adam's always throwing some stuff off me. Again,
he chews me up. If I'm quiet, he's like, you talk in a couple days.
Yeah. Adam's gone, he wears his on his sleeve, and he's gone over the things that he's been through in life. And him and I talk on the phone. I give him what I give people through Wardruna, and I just want to make sure Adam's good. And look how far he's come. The people that care about him, pump him up. He's important. He's important to this community. He does it all.
Dude,
paranormal,
both you guys,
movies and all that. Awesome. Yeah. So
Danny too. Danny checks on me and you guys and even Charles. So you don't treat me like I'm a piece of shit, Charles. You deal with rock stars. You deal with traveling and tours, the haunted trolley, all this shit. And you could totally sniff your nose at me. And you're a pretty down to earth dude. I could see having a drink with you on a Saturday night and you shooting the shit. So much respect for always being cool, Thomas. I love you like a brother. I walk out Mohegan Sun to go to the Warren Con, and there's Thomas. Let's go get a drink. Then we go to Salem, and he buys $800 worth of Chinese food. So it's a good time, man. And Charles, you roll the red carpet out for me, like I owe you something, and I don't. So I'm serious. I want to support you guys. You guys got to go to these guys' shit because you guys are amazing. Talk about the haunted trolley for a little bit. I'd love to know where you go for that. You might spill the beans.
First, I have another question for you.
Oh,
all right, Adam, I got a question for you. So when I finished, up until a point, I finished every Stephen King novel, and then I thought, wow, who can I go to next? And I fell in love with Dean Koontz, which isn't the same. It's not horror, but it was always suspense, and there was maybe supernatural elements. But my favorite all-time book, right up there with you named the best of Stephen King's, is a book called Clarion Comfort by Dan Simmons, who you guys probably never heard.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
So my next question, Adam, who's second to you? And you can't include any Stephen King relatives. Who's second to you after Stephen King? And don't say Bachman. That doesn't count.
No. I love wrestling. Mick Foley, a wrestler, wrote an autobiography, and I did a report on it in high school. Talked about how he's had like 45 concussions and dislocated his arm. He used to be Mankind and all this shit. Which I guess he's not really an author. And I love my local guys. I represent Dustin, and I got this. I got this from Freddy Krueger's mom. From Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. Beatrice Popel's on my show, and she signed it for me. But that's all cheesy stuff. As far as Anne Rice, I love the vampire movies, books. Lestat was a great fucking book. Anne Rice, man, she's put out some great stuff. And man, I gotta say Anne Rice. I know that sounds cheesy, but to me, she's like a female king in a way. Is that weird?
Well done. No, when I did 1 year, I did a ghost tour to New Orleans, and we did a nighttime vampire walk, a nighttime ghost walk, and a nighttime. What else? There was 3 of them. I forgot what the third one was. A voodoo walk. And part of it, I made sure we visited. She was still alive. The Anne Rice home. And we didn't go inside, but I said, guys, that's it. She's right here. That's her. Yeah. So that was cool. But speaking of doing trips and all that, we mentioned the Dracula tour, which I do every year. We go to Transylvania, like you mentioned, for a whole week. You mentioned the haunted trolley. Now that this year is going to be a little different. I do that for Halloween locally for people who used to want to get scared. Now it's not so much a scare as it is a fun, happy, laughing Halloween event. We did a comical murder mystery.
Okay. I can dig that.
Messed with Danny Perez a little bit.
Yeah. And we took it a step further over the Christmas holidays. Over the Christmas holidays, we took it a step further, and I did something called Who Slayed Santa? Who Slayed Santa, which was a murder mystery. Supposedly Santa, maybe he dies, maybe he doesn't, maybe he gets poisoned by a little one of those candies. We don't know for sure. Right, but that's a murder mystery. That's 40 minutes of me ad-libbing with the crowd, and the reviews were incredible. But wow. I will throw out at you that we've got one more thing, and that's next July, next summer, first time in 5 years, we're returning to England for what we kind of call, it was originally called Drac Tour Part 2, but it's the Ghost Tour of England, and we're going to do Jack the Ripper, the London Dungeon. We're going to go to the Gothic capital of the world. We're going to go to Whitby. We're going to go to the to the ruins. Everything you think of, everything you can think of that you would want to see in Britain is part of this UK ghost tour. So if anyone wants to come with me, maybe this guy over here, if I can drag him along to Europe with me, it's next year is the first ghost tour in 5 years. And you can just get information by just call Adam and I'll get you the information.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely. I mean, people don't always watch it. No, it's gonna be on YouTube this weekend, or everybody doesn't always have time. People do watch the replay on Facebook and on YouTube. So definitely, it's not for naught. So I'll definitely, pass it along. If someone's got any questions, I'll definitely let you know. Look at that. Danny's already interested. You're killing me. There you go. Take Danny's money, he says. Well, yeah, like as soon as you check the river, that's cobblestone streets still out there. We're talking one of the oldest countries in the world is England. I mean, really. We go to the Borley Rectory. If you Google haunted places in England, we go to those places. We go to the Minster, which is this old cathedral in York. And we walk the streets. It's just, oh my God, it's just unbelievable. The history gives me a boner. I can smell it. Oh my God.
That's the thing. You really look at it here in the U.S., how much we like the paranormal. Great Britain, the British love it. Same thing. They're into it. Australia. But those seems to be the 3 biggest, countries that are really into the paranormal, and they support it. And it's exciting to go over there and be able to, intertwine with them and all. So. We go to the oldest pub in the world. It's called the Old Pub of Jerusalem, something like that, and it's in Nottingham. And if you've heard of Nottingham Forest, that's where we go. Yeah, Robin Hood action. They made Robin Hood might
it's all based on Friar Tuck and all that shit's based on that.
Robin Hood statue and all that. It's just the most.
And Charles, not to change the subject, but there's got to be Beatles stuff out there. There's got to be John Lennon type shit, Paul McCartney. Right? Got to be. I mean, not that you would know.
Another tour.
That's the separate world. That's the other tour. That's the Beatles Magical History Tour to London and Liverpool every August. But no.
Is that what the sidewalk is? That white crossing where they cross on Abbey Road? Have you been to Abbey Road?
We go to Abbey Road every year and we do the crossing. Sure. That's every August. So next year I'll be going to England in July for the Ghosts, and then August for the Beatles. And we've been doing the Beatles tour summer.
You really don't stop. I'm glad you signed Thomas, because Thomas is a go-getter too. So you guys make a great team. I think you're a great push and pull of each other. So with the Shaman and Showman, do you guys do a podcast? Do you guys do a show? Are you guys planning on doing anything like that?
We do 5,000 podcasts. We're endless guests.
No, your
on
own
these.
though. But like you guys hosting one or no, or just
He does.
wrapping that.
Yeah, I do a podcast, as you know, serial killers, supernatural
Mondays,
and murders,
8 p.m.
along with Letriana Brown, Gwen Johns, and Blaine Rowan.
Yeah.
Can we touch fingers? Can we touch? Go ahead.
You're making me laugh, Charles. All right. Fuck! Why can't I do it the right way for?
No, every Monday. Every Monday at 8:00 on All Access Network Television. Yeah, we talk about still murderers, anything you could think of. Unfortunately, this Monday we're promoting PARACON huge on Monday. We got a couple things we're doing Monday. So my serial killer show will have a repeat. I think we're going to repeat the Jeffrey Dahmer one, where Blaine did the hashtag Leg of Joe. And we had Danny and Lauren on showing the Jeffrey Dahmer fork and talking about Dahmer with us. So that was a big episode. So we want to like rebroadcast that. But then the following Monday when I'm back on, we're going to be talking about Jim Jones in Jonestown. So the cult, the murder cult. So
okay, Kool-Aid, yes.
Yeah. So exactly. So that's what we're rearing up to.
All you guys got.
Yeah.
Horror movie,
we're on everything. We're on Spotify, YouTube, you name it. Yeah. It's great.
What a convention. You guys are sponsoring PARACON, Connecticut PARACON sponsoring my show next week at no charge to you. You're my sponsor. I got me and my arena Eccles on next week. Yeah. Private Eye Paranormal. Make sure I'll throw you guys a flag on there. We'll talk about that. And we got about 10 minutes to go.
Another podcast, Adam. I'm working on another important podcast. Like I was talking about earlier about everything about Wardruna and what we could do, the Wardruna experience. We are actually putting together a podcast where we'll have people on that have been through issues in their life, and we're going to talk them through it. And it'll be live on air or recorded, and just so people could see what the Wardruna experience is, and being able to get that experience or meet us at all these Paracons that Charles and I do. So it's all on top of that, and just being able to reach out to any of us that have years of experience to be able to work you through those things without having to pop a pill or anything like that, but still holistically heal spiritually, mentally, and physically. So.
Mr. Gormley, if someone has an issue and they need to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Well, the website is Wardruna, as you can see down there, .org. Yeah. So they could reach out that way. I think it's .org or .net. So no, I think it's .net.
There's one of the co-leaders right there with June ourselves.
So
he's a cracker.
Stacy's been working on this for 20 years. I'm now officially the director, and she works with a lot of getting a lot of the medical staff together and working out all the different departments. I look over all the departments. If anything is going on, it's just going to one person. So we keep all the hands out of the cookie jar just to make sure we're giving our clients the best healing opportunity. And you know,
I love that.
It's huge, and we don't discriminate against anything. You know, any walk of life, anything like that. There it is. We're trying to. I knew it was because Charles and I have too many orgs, so I guess I'm stuck on org. So, but
too many orbs. Too many orgs, right?
Orgs and orbs.
Ogres.
Yeah. But it's a huge movement. It's a huge movement. A lot of people are. We have a lot of the big names in it. Again, we have some people in the background, but big names. You know, the Ficatics. You know, we have Dave Giuliano, of course, Samaya, Letriana Brown, Gwen Johns. We have probably the biggest assortment of different backgrounds of shamans probably in the world, working all together, hand in hand to make sure we help people. And that's unprecedented. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to match that. And that's something that we're proud of, just like Charles and I are proud of all the Paracons we do to be able to promote that. Yeah, there's Samaya's Golden Pyramid, her black salt to protect you. So anything you can
protection, I put in the corners of my house. Yeah, not to cut you off, but she's part of your group.
Anything you can think of, we have it covered. We have dietitians. We do healing through art, healing through equine healing with horses, and anything you can think of. we're even working on getting somebody that is clairvoyant with animals to help your animals heal too. They're part of your family
Ooh.
also. So everything's covered. Nobody's doing this, but we've been trying to put this together for 20 years. So this isn't anything new. This has been in the works for a long time, and we finally have the right team together. And Charles is part of it too. He backs me, and I back him, and he gives us the platform, and it's very appreciative. Hence why we have 11 of our people at the PARACON. So
I think that's well appreciated and needed.
Yeah. And we're going to be the Shaman and the Showman are going to be a special guest at another convention that we're not producing. Ours is July 12th and 13th, and it's paracon.com. But we're going to be closer to your neck of the woods, July 26th. It's the day before we do our summer Connecticut psychic fair. We do 3-4 a year, and the Connecticut Summer Psychic Fair is taking place on the 27th at Dudleytown Brewery.
Ooh, Dudleytown.
Yeah, we love this place. But the day before, Thomas, tell the people where we're going to be.
We are going to be in New Hampshire.
No shit, really?
Yep, we will be in New Hampshire helping out some friends of ours. And it's going to be a blast. We'll be there for the day. A lot of people will be there. Jimmy Petnino will be there also. Yep.
Where's this? Hampton? Conway? New Hampshire?
It's
in Nashua.
It's in
Nashua, New Hampshire. Okay, yeah. I've been to Nashua. It's a small little city, townish. Yeah, pretty big town.
Yeah, a lot of our friends will be there. Sam Beltrusis will be there. I think he's unveiling a book there. Which
no shit.
Pretty exciting.
Okay. So make sure to share that. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, and some other people might be unveiling some books at PARACON, and I think a particular person, might be me that's talking right now, wrote the forward to it.
Ooh, okay.
I won't say who, but you'll find out.
There's
going to be a lot of paranormal people there.
Well, actually, there's going to be 2 writers there, 2 separate writers that I wrote forwards to both of their books. And Charles is still mad at me because I haven't wrote my story for his.
I'm not mad. I'm doing the book. I'm doing the book without you. I'm going to take a chapter from Adam.
Is this one of them?
Yeah, there you go.
Is this one of them you're in?
No,
they're going to be there with their books.
Yeah,
that's a great one. Yes,
I won't tell. I'm not
telling. Did you write forward to that? No.
We'll unveil it then. So.
Oh, it is okay.
Yep. It's exciting.
As I'm trying 2 people. I'll get Danny with his oath. Danny's a good shit. Danny knows his shit. Danny and Lauren. I tell you, dudes that ride around in a hearse and take free pictures with their coffin in the back of their hearse, and they sell, paintings made out of serial killers' blood and Ouija boards made out of coffin wood. They made one with my Stephen King in front of his house. I got a couple more questions before we go. I got some fun ones. Charles, besides the Beatles, bro, what's one of your favorite bands of all time? Is it Black Sabbath? Is it Pink Floyd? What do you got?
I'm not that heavy. It's stuff like ELO, the Raspberries, more power,
like orchestra,
more power pop. But I didn't want to leave that without giving them the official plug. It's the Paranormal Truth Seekers Expo.
Yes.
It's July 26th, and all the people putting on, Angie, great people. Google that Paranormal Truth Seekers Expo, Nashua, New Hampshire, July 26th. So we don't just promote our own shows that are, crucial to us financially and on so many levels. We also try to promote shows that we're friends with and that we're going to be at. Yeah.
I like that. You got to be good people. Life's too short. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. We're going to be speaking also. And I think we're going to blow the people in New Hampshire's minds, because Charles and I are going to be talking about the haunted events that happen to us while we take people on.
Yeah. We actually touch on those when we do library appearances. I just booked us on a library appearance.
Oh, that's fun.
In Yorktown, New York, Yorktown Heights. If I can get Tom to come during the week, hopefully he'll be able to get off work from where he does full time.
Traveling shoes on, boy.
My boss now.
I'll give you a lot of notice. October. Yeah. Anyway, we do that. If you have, in fact, if we ever do our Stephen King convention, the Thursday before, we want to do a library appearance, even before that, or the Monday after. because we do it all over Connecticut, New York. We would love to do one in your neck.
I automatically thought of one place in Maine. I know where Stephen King and his wife donate money every year, and in the basement there's jail cells from 1800s that are still there, and you can take a free tour of it. And it's in a little town in Maine that's about 45 minutes south of where I want to go. The mill used in, I don't want to say too much, Graveyard Shift. I think it'd be a great place for the convention. I talked to the guys; they could pretty much do it at no cost. It'd be really fucking awesome.
I just know if we do it, it's going to be a very, very good show.
Very, very good show. Listen to you. You're such a promoter.
Yes. Yeah.
Thomas, real quick, what's your favorite King movie or book? I forget.
Salem's Lot.
Oh, fuck, of course it is. That's like the vampire kid at the window. I knew that.
Scared the shit out of me when I was younger. So I think it scared me so bad I don't get afraid of anything anymore.
What's your favorite Beatles song, Thomas?
Favorite Beatles song?
Yeah. What is your favorite Beatles song, Thomas?
Or songs? Give me one or two.
You know what? I know I'm not going to go to, Let It Be. I love playing it on my guitar. I love singing it.
Paul's
it's such a deep, meaningful song to me.
Piano solo.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, good answer. You think it's appropriate?
Great answer. But any Beatles song someone gives me, I can't argue with. Every one of them is its own classic.
Yeah. I'm a lyric guy.
I'm a
lyric guy. If it tells a good story, I like it. So
you see that movie with the kids singing it and they play and they smoke imaginary weed and what the fuck movie is that? And it's all Beatles songs.
Across the Universe?
Yes, Across the Universe. Have you seen that? That's a good flick.
Yeah.
I'll
take the movie. I Want to Hold Your Hand, which is it's a comedy by Robert Gale and Bob Zemeckis, the guys who made all those amazing films after Spielberg. It's called I Want to Hold Your Hand. Check it out. My friend Eddie Deason. Eddie Deason's the star of it, and it's hysterical.
Oh, Eddie the nerd did Deason, yeah, the glasses.
I know you're gonna tell us we're out of time. So July 12th and 13th, paracon.org. Org does not stand for orgasm; it stands for organization. So www.paracon.
Oh, hey, I can't say that if you come and have so much excitement. I can't say you might have one while you're at.
Always the fucking look at that. What a good move.
What a
practice.
Yeah.
And of course, just to follow you guys on Facebook, we'll keep up the post with the Psychic Fairfest, Haunted Trolley, Salem, all that shit. You'll be right.
Yep.
Paracon.org, 2Ns.org. Yeah.
What is it?
Paracon, PARACONN for Connecticut .org.
Yeah, it's on this page. Haunted Podcast. It's on this page. I'll make sure and share it. You guys will sponsor the show next week. Any last words before I pull the switch on you guys?
We love you. Thank you for having us.
We love you, brother.
Your time. Sorry I can't make it. I'll be there with heart. I'm sharing the fuck out of it. I can't keep up with you fucking guys. You keep me on my toes.
You know I'm going to call you on FaceTime so you can see everybody. So
he will too, and I'll have his pants off like always.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week. They're going to sponsor the show. Medium Irene. We'll be on YouTube this weekend. Charles Rose.